Starring Natasha Leggero, Anna Camp, and Tawny Newsome, Nuked tells the story of a cannabis-infused 40th birthday party with a bunch of close friends, all couples, who were at crossroads in their respective relationships. What could go wrong? Well, in the words of executive producer Eric Litman,
I think there's always a question of whether or not weed's a good idea.
the film, directed by Deena Kashper, is clever, funny, and as you might expect, filled with drama. We caught up with the director, cast, and EP at the film's world premiere at the Tribeca Film Festival. Listen in.
This is Hannah and Cailin, back again with Double Talk. I'm Cailin. And I'm Hannah, and we're at Village East by Angelica for the Tribeca Film Festival premiere of Nuked. This film follows a group of people who are facing a life or death situation. Do you think in general being in a life or death situation brings out the best or the worst in someone?
You know, I'm someone who works really well under pressure.
Okay.
And it just totally depends on your personality type. I think some people, young people, crumble under pressure, and you know, my childhood was so stressful that anything else seems easy.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just about like your background, I think.
Well, if you're faced with death, I think it's like, all right, I might as well say everything I've never said or had the opportunity to say and do all the things. It's like, you know, we've got one last shot, one last moment. So, and I mean, that's the whole theme, right? To like live every day as if it were your last. And that's, I think, what death would do. You're like, shoot, I better do everything.
Have either of you thought you were going to die?
You died a couple times.
How did you act? I've been married 11 years. You gotta lay it all out there. Yeah. You gotta be honest all the because it's gonna come out anyway. Whatever you think you're hiding, no, you'll never. It won't stay hidden for long. Anna Camp in my shot. Always.
She can be in any shot she wants.
She really can. I'm like, do you want to just come be in like my childhood home movies? Can we go back in time?
Double talk. I have friends in Hawaii that were living there when the alarm went off for the ballistic missile.
Oh no, yeah.
So that was an interesting conversation.
Did you get a text?
They all got texts, and I just called them, and I'm like, what are you guys feeling? They're like, we're just gonna hang out with family. We're so scared to face our truths. You know what I mean? I think that's scarier than a nuke. A nuke will just wipe you out, but facing your truths and exposing your truths, it's like way scarier for humans.
Because you're in your head.
Yes, absolutely, and also because you're always. We don't like discomfort.
I think it's going to depend on the friends and the circumstances. Look, I think if you're with the right people in the right moment, you're probably going to do good things.
And all of a sudden, it's like, I might die right now.
Yeah.
So you just, all the stuff that doesn't matter, that like contributes to that insecurity, you just forget about because all of a sudden your life's at stake. So then once you come out of that, if they come out of it, then all that stuff they realize, you know, maybe it doesn't matter so much.
Do you think that in general, being brutally honest about the insecurities or issues in a relationship, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's definitely good to be honest. You know, if you feel a certain way, I think the worst thing you could do is not express it and be like kind of like passive aggressive and like, you know,
right.
that's where more problems in relationships, you know, happen. So yeah, be honest. Talk about it, have good communication skills with your significant other, and you'll work through it.
If you're gonna be honest, you better be prepared to get that honesty right back at you.
Right.
But if you want a healthy relationship, you gotta be honest, right?
And I think it's interesting how this relationship insecurity is almost like the first enemy in the film, like before the nuclear missile.
Right.
So how does that work?
Well, because at the heart of it, it's really a story about relationships.
Yeah.
And the nuclear bomb is really just the catalyst to help us deal with all these problems that these couples are going through. So, yeah, I mean, it's all about relationships at the end of the day.
And relationships are scary too, just like that alert on your phone.
It's an understatement, right? I mean, they're terrifying.
I am very grateful that I can do well under pressure. So definitely, if a plane's going down, I think about this all the time. I'm like, I'm going to be like one of the top 3 people who's telling people what to do.
I love that.
If that happens.
Well, you have a sense of humor. That's key.
I just want to be in the mix of who's deciding what's happening.
You want to be along for the ride. I know you're flying, but I feel like I'd be fine if you were there. I feel like I was going to be fine.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Who are you wearing?
I'm wearing Marc Jacobs. I just put my jacket on, but... Oh, wait, it all comes off. I thought we were done. Thank you so much.
We're very short.
I'm adorable.
Thank you. This film follows a group of people who are literally facing a life or death situation.
I think it's just death.
Death, right?
There's no life. It's their face.
That's so exciting.
No, that's it.
0% chance. Do you think that being brutally honest about issues in relationships, like insecurities in relationships, in this kind of scenario, is that a good thing, or do you just leave that unsaid?
I mean, who cares? Who cares? Do what you want. So say it. Don't say it. Who cares?
No, seriously.